importance of having a robust accreditation system.
We try as much as possible to identify the various risks that could possibly come into play and come up with mitigation measures by which this risk can be mitigated. All stakeholders. And this is why. So, that is who I am.
The importance of this workshop is to equip our security officers with the knowledge about the security of Chan, which is very key in ensuring that we have a successful competition without any security risk. So I'm very glad and happy that the CAF have dedicated their time to come and work with the officers who will be on the ground. Most of them are commanders, because you remember what happened during Gabon Kenya match. There were so many lapses, and those lapses have made us to know that anything can happen in football without proper organized security. So that's why we are taking this security workshop very seriously. As a LOC, we are not taking anything for chances. We are moving forward to ensure that security is paramount. Without security, we have no competition. My regard.
I think the importance of this training is, first of all, to prepare the officers for the activities of the CHAN that is coming up in August. And of course, you have seen we have brought in very senior commanders of the police to train them, to tell them how to deal with crowds in terms of football. Of course, this they know. They are well trained in their own as police, but this is football. Football has its regulations. So this is really to give them that insight in terms of how to deal with safety at the stadium, safety at everywhere, securing teams, securing VVIPs, and all that. We want to avoid any security lapses. Those issues that fans come with into the stadiums are things we are going to look at this point in time, and for that reason you can see we have brought in senior commanders to train them on this, and then of course downwards they will train their men. And so we are seriously looking at every opportunity to ensure that there will be safety, not just at the stadium, but throughout the city and the country at large. We will ask our fans when the event begins, only those who are accredited by way of a ticket. If you do not have a ticket, don't come to the stadium. Look for a venue where you can watch football either through a TV. Because if you come to the stadium and you have no ticket, then you will not get here. And then, of course, even to the fans of any other football match in the country, we know we may be having a match over the weekend. It is good to give the world a good image of ourselves as Kenyans. And so that when we come to the stadium, we are people who have come to watch football, not people who have come to cause chaos.
Well, thank you very much. The safety and security training for security commanders in preparation for the CHAN is a routine that we do engage in whenever we want to organize any major tournament or events across Africa. And the fact of the matter is that in Africa we have enough police capacity, but there is need for us to also introduce to these police forces the safety and security aspect that has to do with sports security. And football is peculiar in this case, so we have to speak specifically in areas that affects the operations of our tournament. Why we are not here to teach the police their job, but it's important to also let them understand what our safety and security regulations and expectations are, and for everybody to align, to the vision of CAF as it relates to the delivery of safety and security operations. Well, my message to the Kenyan fans is that access to the stadium on match days would require that you have your tickets. And it's also important that they know that unlike what happens before, you will not be able to go to the stadium with your cars if you do not have a vehicle access pass. Therefore, going to the stadium with vehicles or motorcycles should be something you put aside. You must have one ticket for one person. You cannot have a ticket as an adult and take your child along with you and then get to the gate and say your child must get into the stadium. One ticket, one person. Secondly, you must also respect the seating plan. You cannot have a ticket that has a ticket seat number and decide to sit somewhere else. So we must sensitize our people. I know it will be a cultural shock for a lot, and I know for some it will be that we are asking too much, but it is important that we prepare them, that everyone coming to the stadium will be searched. Do not come to the stadium with big bags. Come to the stadium light so that you do not delay your entry. Respect security directives, respect security protocols, respect seating plans, and enjoy the festival.